Hi Pisces, welcome to a new week. Hope you guys are all doing well. So if you already watched the weekly astral energies video that I always post first before these individuals, you will know that we have a new moon solar eclipse in Aries this week. So for every sign, I'm going to get a message for you to see how or where this will be playing out for you. And you guys know with solar eclipses is all about this like soul awakening, revival, new version of you. So we'll see how that may play out for some of you, generally speaking. And then going and looking into your health, career, work, finances, and relationships. And I will have extended readings available for these weeklies, so that will be linked below or pinned up in the comments. And again, just like I've been doing in the past weeks, it's going to be more love, relationship centered questions because we still have Mercury and Venus in retrograde. All right, so this is for all my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Let's get or maybe you're a cross watcher watching for your Pisces person. Let's get a message for the new moon and see where this could be playing out for you. For all my Pisces, new moon, solar eclipse in Aries. Ooh, okay. So Pisces, you guys got card number 7. So 7 might be an important number or mean something for you this week for this new moon. And it says reclaim your art. Reclaim your art. All right, so you may go back to an old passion, hobby that you were really into or that you stopped doing maybe for some time. This new moon maybe is kind of reawakening your inner artist, your musician, your artistic natures. Maybe some of you play an instrument or you sing, you dance, you write, you draw, you create clothing, whatever it is that you do, some kind of art form that I know many of you Pisces naturally have. You may be picking that back up with this new moon, or maybe a new hobby, a new creative artsy thing that you want to do. So your artistic natures are coming back or reawakening. And I got something similar, I think, with Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you may start to get a little more artistic or want to try new things, or let's say you used to play guitar, but then you stopped for a while. You may want to start doing it again or practice again. Very nice. All right, so Pisces, oh yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, because I thought of this question and I asked Scorpios, but since you're my last reading for the day, I wanted to ask you guys too as well, since we have this close relationship, so you know I'm a Pisces as well. So I was just curious, I wanted to ask you guys, let me know in the comments, do you watch my videos? Like how or when do you watch my videos? Do you watch it like right when, as soon as you see it? Or do you watch it, when at night? Or do you watch it when you're like eating dinner? Or when you can like sit and relax? Or can you like cook and watch my videos? I'm curious to know, because I notice with myself, there's certain videos like, oh, I'll just turn on even if I'm cooking or something, or I'm doing something. But there's other types of videos that I like to like sit and be able to pay attention and be in a calm place because I enjoy it or something. Because I enjoy like everything about it, where some of them I just like listen, but I'm not like invested. So I'm just curious. I want to know, how or when do you guys watch or listen to my videos? Let me know in the comments. All right, let's get into your health and body, mind, spirit, and then get a clarifier. Whew, it's like chilly all of a sudden today. And this week was like really warm, 70s or high 70s. And all of a sudden now it's cold again. Pisces like bipolar weather. And for many years, like I remember when I was young, like my birthday, it was always like kind of like depressing, rainy, or like just not the best weather. And I always hated it. Now I kind of embrace it, whatever. But yeah, it's just funny that now, as I'm filming this, it's the 16th, so my birthday will be in 2 days. Hopefully it'll be a little more sunshine, but I won't be surprised if it's gloomy and rainy. All right, let's see. What's going on with all my Pisces, health-wise, and then clarify. All right, so we got here the 7 of Wands, and then to clarify, Queen of Wands. All right, so fire energy here. So it looks like this week when it comes to your health that you are a little bit frustrated, or you could be dealing with some kind of like irritation or inflammation or reaction maybe in your skin due to something you ate, something you put on, something you participated with. So you could be kind of frustrated or upset about something, or maybe your body is reacting a little bit or inflamed, or you feel like you've been putting a lot of effort into something, but maybe you're not seeing the results, or you're not seeing and experiencing the results as fast as you would like, okay? So this week is probably a good week to stay hydrated, eat more or have more alkaline foods. I don't know, like cucumbers, greens, salads, turmeric, right, is anti-inflammatory. Like the other day I was craving like Korean food, and so I bought, of course, some kimchi, and I made this like pickled cucumbers, and I just poured it in some like rice wine vinegar, and it was so good, so good. Added some sesame seeds, but so good. You leave it in the fridge overnight, and it's like a little crunchy snack. And I ate it with some, yesterday I ate it with some kimbap, which is like the Korean version of like sushi. It's like, it has like bulgogi meat on the inside, but it was like so good. It was like yummy, healthy treat at the end of the day. So you want to try to eat maybe this week if you feel like you're more sensitive, or you're dealing with like inflammation or heartburn, or maybe skin sensitivities, reactions, rashes, whatever it could be for you, or hormonal imbalances. Maybe your body's a little acidic, and so that's why it's reacting, and you may want to have more alkalizing foods in your diet. Of course, drinking water, but maybe like coconut water, cucumbers, you know, just food that won't make you react as much, or won't make you as like sensitive. And that could be part of your frustrations, or maybe why that is happening for you. Okay, but obviously everyone's different. You know your body better than anybody else, but just generally, you know, you can't really go that wrong with like more alkaline foods and stuff like that. Or this could be a week where maybe you're a little more sensitive to like strong condiments or spicy foods, and so maybe just for this week you might want to stay away from it, or go easy on the spiciness or things like that. But obviously everyone's different. Maybe you can handle it better than someone else, but if you are struggling, you can look at some of these things. But also your blood type, that is something you want to pay attention to. And to clarify why you're going through some frustrations maybe is the Queen of Wands. So you received maybe some heat, or maybe you burned yourself, or you were out in the sun for too long, and so now you're like, ow, it hurts, I need to put some aloe vera or something to cool my skin off. Or like I burned myself with the stove, or with the hair curling iron or something. Or something that you received maybe, or you put on your body, or you ate, it may have caused a reaction for you. There could have been maybe a fire sign in your life, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe a female or feminine energy, and maybe someone here actually suggested something to you, or gave you something, or expressed something to you, but whatever they expressed to you, you did not receive it well. Or like maybe you took their suggestion, but it didn't react well for you, or that same product, that same skincare brand, like was not good for you. It helped this person's skin, but it actually broke you out. So you gotta sometimes take advice with a grain of salt, because let's say you're getting advice from like skincare advice from someone. Well, sometimes you gotta realize that what may work for someone, one person may not work for you. They can have a totally different skin type than you, or different hair texture. Like something I've recently been trying that works for me, I don't know if it works for me, is apple cider vinegar. And it's something I used to use before, but kind of as like a skin exfoliator and like a toner. But I realized how effective it is. Obviously not for everybody, but for me, it works so good. I use it as like a toner, or I just put that on my face like after I wash my face at the end of the day, and it's like my skin texture is like so soft and smooth. I just feel, and my hair as well, I do a little like apple cider vinegar rinse like once a month or something, and it like clears, it just makes my hair feel so soft and like clear and clean. Of course, it does have a little bit of a smell, but that fades. It'll usually go away. But I do really like apple cider vinegar for my skin, and I don't dilute it. I know they always say you should, and they recommend that, but for me, I find that it works better when I don't. But that's just me. Obviously, everybody's different. That's why you want to be mindful if you are taking advice for someone, maybe look that they have a similar skin type as you or same condition, because if not, it might not work for you. You always want to like test things out. So yeah, any frustrations there, maybe cool down, use alkaline things or simplify, and you should be okay. All right, now let's look into your career, work, money, school, finances, and then clarify for all my Pisces. And I also want to say here that even if it's like not a person, because it doesn't have to be another person, this could just be you, like you may have overheated something, or you burned yourself, or you used too much something that was like too acidic or too harsh for you, and that could be part of the reason of your frustrations. All right, back to health, career, work, finances, and clarify. Okay, so you got here the Two of Pentacles, and then to clarify, Ace of Pentacles. All right, so this week when it comes to this area of life, it does look like you're more grounded, practical, you're really taking action, looking at things in a logical way. And when it comes to this area of life, I feel like you're weighing out two options. Maybe you're trying two different things at the same time. You're trying to manage and see what you're gonna go with or what makes more sense. Maybe you have two job offers. Maybe you're going to your work, but your job, but also you're going to school right now, or you received you're going to two different interviews, or you're trying to figure out which product, which service you want to offer, which one you're going to buy. So you're kind of like figuring things out this week. You're weighing out your pros and cons, and you're trying two things at once right now until you can make a decision, or until you figure out which one is better for you. So you may be doing two things at once. You're like juggling this week. But I do feel like that's temporary and maybe just necessary for the time being. Or like, let's say maybe someone is out sick, so you may have to kind of do some of their roles and duties, but just for this week until they get back and feel better. And then to clarify maybe why you're juggling or doing two things at once, or maybe weighing out options, is the Ace of Pentacles. So there was an opportunity for a new beginning here, and so maybe before you can fully accept, or before you can fully have this new beginning, you still gotta like finish some things with your current circumstance. It's kind of like if you already got a new job offer and or a job out of college, but you're still in school, or you're still in the current job. Well, you still gotta like finish what you're doing, and then you can transition into the next phase, the next chapter. Or you're sampling maybe some new products, some new services, and you're still trying to figure out, okay, like I can go for this new one, or find this new, get this fabric from this new company, or I can stick with this. You're figuring it out. So there's an opportunity here for new beginning, or for new money, new options, resources, and you're trying to still figure out what you're gonna do, or you're still in that transitional phase until you can fully like commit or say yes or get started. All right, now let's look into your relationships. And when I say relationships, remember guys, it doesn't always have to be love, but it can be platonic, friends, family, neighbors. But if it is love, this does still apply whether you're single or in a relationship. And if it's not the time for you, you can look at the other person's side and their energies as your shadow self. And I usually try to explain all of them so you can kind of figure it out where you stand. All right, let's see what's going on with all my Pisces, where they at when it comes to their personal relationships. Where's their energy? All right, and then other side, other person or their shadow self, and shared mutual energy between the two. All right, so on your side and your energies, you guys got the moon, your own energy. So maybe some of you could be double Pisces. Maybe you're a Pisces sun and Pisces moon, or you got Cancer as well somewhere in your chart. but it does look like you're very much so in your feelings and your emotions. I don't think in like a negative way though. I think you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to be open, maybe have a heart-to-heart conversation. You could be revealing your true feelings for someone or about a situation, sharing something personal and sacred. And it looks like you're bringing something to light. So something that was in the dark, something that was just kind of kept, sacred within yourself, you're bringing it to light, you're expressing yourself, you're sharing some feelings and emotions here with someone, maybe telling them how you really feel about them, or that you love them, that you care about them, or maybe something like sacred that you never shared with anyone, you're finally telling them. And it does look like you're being very, you're showing this like softness, or a soft side of you with this person this week. And you could be a little more a little more sensitive, your senses are a little heightened, you're more in your feelings and emotions, but you're also more like open and vulnerable. On this other side, for this other person or your shadow self, we have the Hanged Woman or the Hanged Man. And so you could be dealing with another Pisces like yourself, or maybe someone who's in this energy, even if they're not a Pisces. So I feel like here that this person is waiting or being patient. Maybe they've been waiting or patiently waiting for you. They're not making any big moves, or not really pressuring you or doing anything drastic right now. Maybe they've probably been waiting for you to like open up to them or to express what you're feeling, because they didn't want to like pressure you, or they didn't want to make you uncomfortable, or make you do anything that you didn't want to do. So this may be actually really pleasant for them to see you kind of open up, or be more vocal about something that you're feeling. So it does look like this person's gonna create some space for you to like speak your mind or share what you're going through, and they're gonna just be understanding, open. They're not gonna like interrupt you. I think they have open ears. They're listening, they're paying attention to you, and they are trying to be really understanding and patient with you at this time. And your shared mutual energy between the two of you is the Knight of Swords. All right, so both of you have a lot of thoughts, have a lot on your mind that you want to talk about, or maybe both of you are moving fast, or you usually move really fast, you talk really fast, or there's a sense of like urgency or lack of patience usually. And it looks like here that both of you you have a lot to say, or a lot that you want to say, but now how it's coming out is a little more slow, is a little more emotional, and less impulsive, or less reactionary, or less kind of like blunt or direct. You're practicing, okay, let's slow down, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But both of you sometimes can be very like impatient, or want things done now, or you just blurt things out at times. Or both of you are moving fast. You're moving fast in your own pace. Like you're going fast for your own standards. And I think here that if this is your shadow self, there is that part of you that a lot of times doesn't want to take action, doesn't want to reveal things, doesn't want to be the first to initiate. You kind of just want to relax, let things happen, and go with the flow, and be patient. And a lot of times when you pressure things, or you force things to happen, you can get disappointed. You lead yourself up for disappointment. So there is that part of you, your shadow self, that needs to have faith and belief that when things are meant for you, they are meant for you. And some things you gotta okay, set it and forget it, and then let it happen, and practice patience. Don't get impatient. If someone said, wait, I will get back to you, just wait, they will get back to you. Don't text them 1 minute later, 2 seconds later, be like, so? And they're like, you didn't give them a chance, give them space. So that shadow self of you needs to practice patience, slow down. Don't be disappointed if something doesn't happen right away, because sometimes the timing that you think is right may not be the right timing. And you sometimes will get further if you just wait a little bit rather than forcing things to happen right then, right now, which both of you maybe are like that sometimes. But when you do less, sometimes you accomplish more. For some reason, I'm seeing this like that image or this scenario that we've probably all been in, like when you're driving, right? And someone cuts you off, you know, they think you're going too slow, you're driving too slow, only for you guys to end up at the same at the same place and at the same stop sign or intersection. You're like, this person was cutting me off, doing all crazy things, and now look, we're at the same spot. Like, you could have just waited. You could have just been patient and it would have been the same, but now you look dumb. Or maybe you've done that before. But I think sometimes we think we're like, we think we're getting shortcuts. We think we're like getting ahead of others, but sometimes you don't need to rush. You don't need to rush things, and what's meant to happen will happen. And a lot of times when you force something, you think you're like finding a shortcut and getting over with someone, you end up finding out, oh, that was a waste of time. Like, why did I even try to do that? I made myself work harder, or I made it take longer than it had to because I was trying to shortchange it, or because I was trying to find the easiest way out. So hopefully that makes sense. Sorry, I'm not the best at with my examples, but I try my best. My Mercury's in Pisces. You guys know I'd be struggling, but hopefully you understand. All right, so let's continue on in the extended to get more information and see, tap into this person's energy. Who are they? What are they all about? What's important for you to know about them? And we'll ask the questions, what are they thinking about? What's on their mind when it comes to you? How do they feel about you in their heart and soul? What they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, what their next action move will be towards you, and then your advice. So if you're interested, or you're dealing with someone, or you want to know what's going on, that will be linked below in the description box or pinned up in the comments, and the link will take you to Vimeo where you can purchase the extended reading. All right, so I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.